Joining me now is someone who's followed this closely from day one, ABC 7 sports anchor Casey Pratt. Casey, thank you for joining me. Before we get into the weeds of things, you're very passionate about what's happening to the Coliseum and the A's. I know you grew up watching the team, but what else, kind of got you to be so passionate about it and cover this so closely?
Well, I've been following this saga, and it's a saga. It's been going on for decades, for a very long time. And what I noticed about it in the later days when they opened up relocation for Las Vegas is no one was really talking about it. No one was paying attention to the intricacies of the thing. And I was worried that the A's would slink off to Vegas with no accountability, no answers. And so I just decided I'm going to get those answers. You
started asking questions.
Yes, a lot of questions.
Tweeting those questions. And, it brought attention to something that's so important and, meaningful to so many people, a lot of A's fans included. So let's talk about what happened at that press conference today, because the A's, they were not part of that today, and it impacts them, and they have a big say in it, So talk about that. What challenges does this development face? Yeah,
so I really think, truly, I deeply believe that what the African American Sports and Entertainment Group is proposing here is fantastic. This is a great, great option, something that would be very beneficial for East Oakland. Getting housing, getting commercial, getting hotels, sports, etc. on that site would be fantastic. But, Karina, and it's a big but, the A's weren't there.
Right.
They were in Las Vegas. It was at their home, and they own half the property. And there were nobody there from the A's. So what I was thinking while watching this is it's ignoring the elephant in the room.
Right. The A's were in Vegas talking about their possible new home. Now, this press conference did have a lot of city officials there. Shang Tao was there. They had some other people who were all for it, right? Yeah. So talk about that. What have you heard from the mayor and other city officials?
Nothing. Nothing. I've reached out, I've heard nothing. And that's a problem to me, because I think when you're talking about building things like Howard Terminal, the A's potential stadium in Oakland, which is a $6 to $12 billion project, which then allows you to do this other multi-billion-dollar development at the Coliseum, that's a huge deal.
Right.
Obviously there's bigger concerns in the city of Oakland, homelessness, crime, all the other issues that they have to combat. But this is a huge deal, and what's interesting is city officials have gone completely quiet about Howard Terminal. The A's have gone completely quiet about Howard Terminal. You can't get anyone to answer a question about any of this. It feels like right now Howard Terminal has become a back burner issue for the city of Oakland, and that's a big problem because they're running out of time to solve this. The A's have until 2024 when their lease expires at the Coliseum, and then what? Nobody knows. So that's a major issue. The time is running out for a deal for the A's on many fronts here.
Right, and you did reach out to the A's owner? Any response?
The A's also had no comment.
No comment from anybody?
No comment from anybody, I'm telling you. No one is commenting on anything regarding Howard Terminal right now. Meanwhile, the A's are in Las Vegas.
Right.
So that's not good.
What are the different scenarios of things that could happen that we could see in the next couple of years here? Yeah,
well, first and foremost, if the A's can come up with an agreement to get Howard Terminal built, then they could potentially be there maybe 3-4 years from now. But remember, the lease expires in 2024, and the African American Sports and Entertainment Group wants to develop that property as soon as they possibly can. So
that doesn't buy much time.
But, however, you could extend that lease past 2024, and I think they would be amenable to that if the A's were staying in Oakland. The other option is the A's move to Las Vegas. Let's say they announce tomorrow they're moving to Las Vegas. Then, do you really think city officials in the African American Sports Entertainment Group are going to want to play ball with them on a lease extension past 2024? No. The answer is kick rocks. Go to Vegas. Go play in the minor league stadium there. Be gone. The third option is maybe somebody else buys the A's. The A's go up for sale. John Fisher gets frustrated. Dave Kaval gets frustrated. They sell to somebody like Warriors owner Joe Lacob, who's going to look at the $200 to $300 million gap in infrastructure that's needed to get this thing built and say, yeah, I'll pay it because I want to get a stadium done now.
And so what are the odds that the A's stay in Oakland?
I mean, recently I thought it was more of a 60-40 split, which
Okay.
is funny because the Las Vegas Mirror and Ast actually had the same percentage, 60 Oakland, 40 Vegas. I'm down to 50-50. I'm as low as I've been on this. I'm down to 50-50. It's a toss-up for me right now because the A's need a deal now. They don't have a lot of time. They're negotiating agreement with the port that expires in May. They got to make a decision on if they want to keep pursuing Howard Terminal. They need to get a stadium situation figured out by 2024 when their lease expires. And guess what? If they don't have a deal done for a new ballpark anywhere by January next year, they're off Major League Baseball revenue sharing. That's like free money that baseball's giving them. It's like a welfare check. They're gone. They're not getting that anymore.
That's huge.
Yeah, so why would you throw away free money?
Right.
So there is pressure to get this thing done very fast.
You have a huge Oakland A's following on social media. What are the fans saying about this? This has to be so stressful. This is so personal to so many people.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And, you know, I could tell a quick story, but I was at the hardware store with my little girls, my daughters, and we went to Ace Hardware. And they said, Ace, is that like the A's? And then they started saying, we really want to go to the A's game. When can we go back to the A's game? And that, I mean, I said hopefully soon, but it made me sad inside because I think people miss the generational value of a sports franchise, what it means for you know, my dad took me to A's games, and I take my kids to A's games, and it just means so much to a lot of families and a lot of fans, and understandably, every twist and turn of this saga hits them hard, and they freak out, and they message me, and they get angry, and we vent, and it's a whole process. But yeah, right now, I think A's fans are feeling like they deserve answers, and I feel like A's fans are not getting any answers.
But you made phone calls today. You were on it.
Yeah, I've been battling on my phone pretty much all day. It's been a battle.
And unfortunately, you're not getting any answers of yes, no, even a maybe, right?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing's coming out of them right now. And that, to me, is a concern because you're talking about billions of dollars. And I think that people deserve some answers here.
Right. And I know you're going to keep asking. Give us your social media handles so people can follow you and, you know, and get the answers as you get them, because I know you're constantly updating people on this.
Yeah, at Casey Pratt ABC7, I'm always on there tweeting, although I've been told I should TikTok more.
Oh, well, the younger people probably are.
Yeah, they'd appreciate that, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's the younger Oakland A's following that you need to get. So get on it.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much, Casey. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Karina.